So, Ian Watkins, the real reason why Ian Watkins was stabbed in prison. I'll leave the link in the description on the news article. Ian Watkins was reportedly taken hostage and stabbed over guitar lessons. The Sun claimed that the shamed rock star was targeted Saturday afternoon after inmates got jealous about him giving guitar lessons to other criminals in Wakefield. 46-year-old remains seriously ill in the hospital after being locked in his cell and stabbed by other inmates during a 6-hour ordeal. The Mirror reported that he was brutally beaten and stabbed in the neck by 3 prisoners. It was a planned attack, with inmates waiting until the weekend. Staffing levels kicked in. So seriously were his injuries. Watkins is understood to have received emergency treatment from paramedics and an ambulance on the prison estate. Yeah, let that sink in. The prison had to wait until a tornado crew could be assembled. Specialty officers trained in hostage situations before freeing Watkins. The Mirror reported after being attacked on the wing, where 70% of prisoners were serving life and 20% are serving 10 years or more. So they didn't attack him sooner? Some of those guys are lifers. They know that they're not going to get out of prison. Okay. The Sun reported that 2 of the 3 inmates to attack Watkins were murderers. He even gave some guitar lessons, which made other inmates in there angry, so they wanted revenge. That's the only reason why they were angry? Okay. Yeah, just let that sink in, guys. The source added that because Watkins is so high profile, a lot of the lads in there were thinking they will get moved to another jail if they attack someone well known. No, Wakefield, you're not going to be moved to another prison. End of story. Like, it's a very high security prison. You're going to be staying in Wakefield, especially if you're a lifer. They want to be shifted out of Wakefield, although it does not usually happen or work like that, the source says. They were also jealous of his younger girlfriend, who visits him regularly, was also said to be a factor. Felt like throwing up right there. Just let that simmer in. Let that sink in. Jealousy over his younger girlfriend, who visited him regularly, if I could speak, was also said to be a factor. A police service spokesman said police are investigating an incident that took place at the prison on Saturday. This man has many girlfriends, and she is not the only one. He has a lot of girlfriends, in fact, that give him money, send him topless photos of themselves so he can use that as a currency. Yeah. And the only reason why he was beaten up and stabbed in the neck was because they were jealous. And that took 10 years. 10 years. And there are lifers in that prison who are not going to be moved anywhere. Okay. They added they're unable to comment further while the police investigate. Right. because a 20-something-year-old is able to write to Ian Watkins, flirt with him, send him topless photos of herself, and there aren't other women who were sending him money? And somehow this guy has a guitar and he's able to teach guitar lessons. Like, he's not using those topless photos for currency in prison. Okay. Watkins was jailed for 35 years in 2013 for 13 offenses against children, including the attempt of a rape of a baby. Yeah. So let's do some YouTube magic. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to be leaving the court records in the description too. So if anybody wants to take a look at that and see what he did, you can definitely do that. In 3, 2, 1. Just giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on this guy. This guy has a girlfriend, like many other girlfriends. He gets money while he is in prison. He gets whatever he wants while he's in prison. Not even joking. He has people who blackmail and extort money from vulnerable people online, including teenagers, and they send him money. As much money as he wants. He also probably has some girls who were sneaking stuff in the prison, like drugs and cell phones. We all know that he was caught with a cell phone stuffed up his ass. And I'm sorry for the background noise. So he's able to get those things. Yeah, like the rise of drugs, knives, and cell phones at Wakefield isn't questionable, especially like somebody like Ian Watkins. That's not questionable at all. The fact that he's allowed to talk to a 20-something-year-old while he's in prison, while he's in his late 40s, while he wanted to rape and murder babies, isn't questionable at all. And he's allowed to give guitar lessons. He's allowed to receive topless photos of these young women and then have that as a currency. You know, I talked to somebody who works in the jail system in the UK. Topless photos of women are used as a currency. If you have a topless photo of a woman, you can get whatever you want. Not even joking. It's pretty disgusting. And yet, let this sink in. He has a girlfriend. Probably one of many. One of many. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in, people. Let that sink in. Remember, stay aware, be vigilant, and love yourselves. But not this dude. Not this dude. This dude can go F off. And why did it also take the criminals 10 years to actually attack this dude when he was in B-Wing? Let that sink in. B-Wing is not a wing for pedos. B-Wing is just a wing for people who are con artists and murderers. Let that sink in.